Today, we're going to discuss two completely moronic fighters, that being Arman Tsarukyan and Belal Muhammad. We'll start with Arman Tsarukyan because he just dropped an interview with Ariel Helwani, or Ariel just dropped it. Whatever the case may be, this interview just dropped between Arman and Ariel Helwani. And Arman he's just a retard. I'm just saying there's a couple of things here where I'm like, look, I did a video saying how I feel bad for Arman. The UFC are going to probably release him or cut him. The UFC shouldn't be punishing him this much. Then I found out from Dana White, whether he let it slip or not, that he missed weight. Now, Arman is going to come on here and he's going to say, no, brother, Dana misspoke, brother. I did not miss weight. Let's just listen to it and we'll give our opinion.
In the aftermath, as everything started to really build up about you not being able to fight, how did you handle it? What were those days, weeks after that event where you were so close to fighting Islam, so close to realizing your dream, fighting for the belt, and it all kind of, it all kind of blew up? How did you handle it? What was life like for you?
I mean, the first week was hard, and then I understood, I just gotta keep going. I'm young, and my family always support me, and
so, obviously the question is, what were the first couple of weeks or days or whatever the case may be for you after the injury, the such a bad injury that he did an interview 2 days later just sitting upright, I hurt my back so bad that I'm walking around. Anyways, let's keep going.
So I don't need money to survive, and just do what I like to do. I enjoy every day.
That voice crack though.
Yeah, it was hard recovery from my back, and people.
It was a hard recovery for his back. Bro, this guy, there's not one video you guys can point me to where his back looked. Bro, do you understand? The back is the worst. Well, maybe not the back. Well, yeah, I would say the back is probably, or the neck is the worst muscle or part of your body to injure. Physically. You ever had back pain? Trust me, I'm 45 years old. I've had a lot of back pain, or I'm not 45. Any of you guys believe that you're idiots. But I'm kidding. No, seriously though. If you ever had any back pain, it's worse than having leg pain or arm pain. So if this guy really had this terrible back injury that caused him to not be able to fight, I didn't see this guy limping around or anything. I didn't see this guy after the fight look at Arman, poor Arman. Look at the way he's walking. You could tell his back is really hurting him. What is this?
The worst thing that people think, I pulled out because of my weight cut. I couldn't make the weight, and that's the worst thing that people think.
Well, it's not people. It's Dana White, your boss, the CEO, the whatever of the UFC, said it himself. Yeah, the kid Arman, he missed weight. And he didn't try to correct himself. So unless he's a complete idiot or unless he misspoke, which, look, it's hard to believe Dana White nowadays. I understand he's a bit of a tard. I understand he's the same guy that guaranteed we were going to get Jones versus Aspinall and stuff. But Arman Tsarukyan, I'm more inclined to believe, just because of the way the UFC are treating him and the fact that for some reason he wants to be a backup for two separate fights just to show he can make weight. So what does that have to do with your back? If you're a backup for two 155 fights, you're making 155. You're the backup for that. Now you're the backup for Holloway Poirier. I'm just not really understanding what's going on here. If it really was a back injury, why are you trying to show them so badly that you can make weight? And why is Dana saying, he's showing us that he can make 155, and it's a step in the right direction, is exactly what Dana said. So I'm pretty confused here.
I pull out without reason. Reason the weight cut, but I have never ever issue with the weight cut, even if you're fighting for the title fight.
Yeah, that's not true. He's missed weight before. I don't know if you guys know this, but I believe when he fought Matt Frivola back in 2000, I want to say 22, 21, it might have been around there, he actually missed weight. Now, I don't know the complete circumstances of that, but he was overweight. He was over the weight limit by a couple of pounds, so that's just not true. He has missed weight before. So, again, this guy's also a liar. I know Dana is a notorious liar, and maybe he is just trying to make Arman look bad for some reason. I'm not sure why he would do that, but this guy is also just blatantly lying. He has missed weight before. He has had weight issues before, that being against Matt Frivola a couple years ago.
Dana said that in an interview, but I think he just misspoke and everyone jumped on it like, wait a second, he didn't make weight. That was not the case, right?
I don't think he misspoke. I'm sorry. I just don't think he misspoke. I know Dana's an old man. I know it's possible he could have misspoke, but it just doesn't. It actually makes way more sense than a back injury. I'm sorry, it just does. Missing weight a day before well, obviously you got to make weight the day before, but you know what I mean, right? If it was projected, oh, this guy's not going to make weight, I would completely understand now. Even when he was injured, I understood it. But now I really understand why they're pissed at him. Now I really understand why they're not really going to give him a favorable matchup, why they offered him Mateusz Gamrot. Bro, if you miss weight, that's on you. If you got injured, it's like, okay, maybe it is what it is. You missed weight, that's completely on your dumbass. And it's also, I'm sorry, but it's just not hard to believe that Arman Tsarukyan, the guy who looks like a welterweight, and on fight week, he looked massive. It's not hard to believe that he missed weight. I'm sorry. It's just I'm gonna have to believe Dana a little bit on this one. I don't know. Even if other than Dana, I'm not sure if there were other rumors of Arman missing weight and that being the real reason why. But I just can't believe that it was just a minor little back injury as to why the UFC are seemingly so pissed at him, and seemingly rightfully so now, if it really was a weight issue.
Yeah, he just forgot about that. He got a lot of fighters. That's why he forgot maybe that it was issue with my back, not my back pain.
This guy can't even lie. Look at the way he looks off. Look. I'm gonna be a psychologist now. The way he looks off when he speaks.
It's my back, not the my.
Look, he can't even lie.
Not my back.
Look, he's like looking off. He's like, yeah, not my back, and he's like, yeah, like I'm totally not lying right now. This guy can't fucking lie to save his life. Yes, it was weight issues. What really happened was he missed weight. Now it could be a mixture of both, but then if it was, why would Arman not just say that? It could be a mixture of both. It could be his back issue didn't allow him to make weight, which then, obviously he had to pull out. I just personally think he missed weight and used maybe the back thing as an excuse. That could be a thing. But you missed weight. I think you missed weight, buddy. I'm sorry. I just you look like you're lying, kid.
Back pain.
It felt, at least to me, correct me if I'm wrong, like they kind of put you in a bit of a timeout. Like he was mad about it. It always kind of seems when he's asked about you that he's mad that you didn't fight. Did you feel the same way? Do you feel the same way?
No, they were not mad. They just called me in 1 month or 2 months and offered me fight for the Gaethje for short notice.
Now this is interesting. So he's going to actually discuss. He has been offered fights, and let's just keep going.
The one in March.
Yeah, and then
so we know he was offered Gaethje. And obviously Fiziev took it. That's when Dan Hooker pulled out. That was at 313, I want to say, or 314, 313, I think.
Offered me main event in Abu Dhabi, and then they offered me back up. So if they were mad, they wouldn't give me fights, So
now here's where he's a complete moron, because this already so far he's already said moronic things. But here's where he's a moron, because he's going to say something that's just... Let's just listen.
So let's start with the Gaethje one. Why didn't you take that one?
Because it was 9 days or 8 days before. And I was 186 or 187, and I said, yeah, I'll fight. I'll save that fight, but I need a catch weight. And Gaethje didn't want to fight me. He picked Fiziev.
This guy is just... Look at his eyes. What is wrong with this guy, bro? He's always looking away. I don't know if I believe anything this guy says, but... I think Gaethje said something different. I think Gaethje said, actually that Arman didn't want to fight him or something, or none of these guys, or that they weren't on weight or something like that. So I guess this is kind of believable. Maybe he wanted it to be a catch weight. Maybe the UFC said, we'd rather it be at 155 against a 155-pound contender rather than, we could do the Arman fight, and it is a bigger fight. But, he's not on weight, and it's just a bit tricky.
Okay, and then the Abu Dhabi one?
But Arman, why are you not around that weight anyways? Fiziev didn't even have a fight booked, and he was in shape. He was ready to step in against Gaethje. Ready, just like that. Because he knew, there's a bunch of 155-pound fights happening around me right now. Gamrot's got a fight booked. Gaethje's got a fight booked. Blah, blah, blah's got a fight booked. He's got a fight booked. Holloway. All these guys are fighting. So let me just stay in shape just in case. And then he got the Gaethje opportunity. Then they gave him Bahamondes. And he just beat Bahamondes on a co-main event of a fight night. So I don't know why Arman Tsarukyan, a guy who you fucked up against the UFC, can you try to at least be around weight? How much did you fucking weigh?
Was that Gamrot?
Was Gamrot, yeah.
And
so now he's going to discuss the Gamrot fight. Now this one, I think he's just a blatant liar, because
Gaethje didn't want to fight me. He picked Fiziev.
Okay, and then the Abu Dhabi one, was that Gamrot?
Was Gamrot, yeah.
And what happened there?
I mean,
All right, let's listen to this because he is lying. Because I did a video on this a couple of months ago. He's lying. He's about to say the most. Let's listen.
we're from one gym, and we train in the same mats, and that's why I said, can you give me someone different, because I don't need that drama again, when it's so difficult to have your training camp.
Sure.
When you,
He's a liar. That was never the reason. That was never the reason he didn't want to fight Gamrot. The reasoning was because, and this was his words, Gamrot, he's below me in the rankings. What does it do for me? This was his own words. I did a whole video on this a couple of months ago, a couple weeks ago, whatever the case may be. He's a liar. You cannot lie. Arman, you dumbass. You can't lie if there's footage on the fucking internet. I have the footage, buddy. Him sitting here and saying this is crazy. And, but we're from the same team. You fought the guy before, no problem. I know he says, but I don't want the drama again. But you've already fought the guy. That was not, your reasoning was he's below me in the rankings. I don't want to give him an opportunity. I want someone. I want a top name. I want a title shot. This was Arman's own reasoning. Now all of a sudden it's no, it's because he's my training partner. Yeah, he's my training partner. I don't want the drama. That was never the reason. Arman Tsarukyan's a fucking liar. He's an absolute moron. It's just it's insane. But I think that's it for this portion.
And then the next thing was to be the backup fighter?
Yep.
The backup.
Were you okay with that? Did you like that idea?
Yeah, was a good idea, and why not? Because you never know. Maybe Oliveira always he has always a problem with the weight.
All right, yeah, I mean, whatever. Anyways, let's go to 11:58, right? So, yeah, that whole section was pretty moronic because what the fuck? Like, bro, he's just lying. That was never his reasoning for turning down the Gamrot fight. He just made up a new reason. The Gaethje thing is a bit more understandable, though. You should be around weight. Why are you 190 pounds when you know that you're gonna have to step in? You should be in shape. You're a 155er, brother. Why are you fucking? I'm almost 200 pounds. Yeah, I can't make it. Sorry, guys. Let's do a catch weight. No, it's just let's skip. So
In Armenian.
Okay.
I lived in Georgia and Russia.
he's gonna say something pretty ironic here.
You know what's interesting? Ilya was born in Germany.
Oh wow.
So this guy, first of all, he has no. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Know that.
Yeah, but then he moved. Then he moved to Georgia.
I don't know if he's awkward or just he can't really speak English well. I don't want to shit on his. Look, at the end of the day, like I know his first language is not English, but yeah, there is definitely something a little bit with his brain. I'm not sure. Nonetheless, let's keep going.
And now Spain. Who do you think the Georgians would root for? You or him?
I mean, mostly, of course, for him.
But you were born there.
I know a lot of people who doesn't like him.
Why not?
And, I mean, Georgian people, they have a different culture. They don't like when you talk a lot, when you behave flashy, and that's why, like, old people.
So Arman, you don't talk a lot and behave flashy. Really? So Arman, you don't behave flashy, taking pictures in front of fucking fast cars, and you got 3 Rolexes on one arm, and then fucking Richard Millie's on the other arm. Really, Arman? You're eating $1,000 Russian caviar. You don't talk a lot, really, Arman? You don't talk a lot. You randomly tweet at Dan Hooker. You say Ilya is scared of you in every single interview you've done. Post Charles versus Ilya, post 317. Oh, but the Georgians they don't like guys that talk trash and that show off their watches, like because it's not like I do that. It's not like me, Arman Tsarukyan, the rich boy. Look, I like Arman, and I understand he's just talking trash. I get it, but come on, bro, you're contradicting yourself.
Hate like these guys.
Okay. By the way,
they like more. I feel like Mirab than Ilya in Georgia.
Okay.
Maybe they do. That's it. Arman Tsarukyan, you're a tard. Let's move on to the second part of this video. Belal Muhammad. Now let's zoom out a little bit, right? We got to see Belal. So, this is the only quote you need. I still think I won the JDM fight, is what Belal says. Belal Muhammad. Now we have the full quote here. Let's actually read the full quote first. He says, and I quote, Belal Muhammad still believes he won the JDM fight. credit to Championship Rounds for this. He says, the JDM fight was close. I still think I won that fight. I could go back and rewatch it a million times. I still see myself winning. Belal. Oh, we all hate Belal. Look, again, this is the problem, right? I've always said, and I've said this, I think Belal is overhated. I like Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman's not that bad. But come on, man. Come on. What are we doing here? It's like, what? I understand, like, I don't even understand it. Belal Muhammad, he's such an unlikable guy. He's just so unlikable. He like, what? Belal Muhammad. The JDM fight was close. I thought I still won that fight. Belal Muhammad will probably never win a fight again if he has this mindset. Ever. He's never going to win a fight again. I'm telling you. Whoever Belal is facing next, don't pick him to win. I'm sorry. I was like, maybe he beats an Usman or a Shavkat. Nah. If he thinks he beat JDM when he clearly got his ass beat for 5 rounds, there's more of an argument for 5-0 JDM than there is 3-2 Belal Muhammad or whatever the case may be. Belal, you didn't win that fight. I'm sorry. He just didn't win this fight. For him to be saying this, I rewatched it a million times. I still see myself winning. I just don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know how you as a fighter can watch your own fight and think you won when it was so clearly one-sided, when you so clearly got your ass beat by the Chad that is JDM, Giacomo Della Maddalena. It's just retarded. Belal Muhammad's retarded. And you know what's so funny, too, because I saw this clip. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Volkanovski, literally the nicest guy in the UFC, hates Belal Muhammad as well. I'm going to pull this clip up for you guys. Well, actually, before we do that, I want to remind you guys about this phenomenal tweet from our king, Ilya Topuria, where he says, no finishes, no knockouts, no knockdowns, no girlfriend, no kids. Belal has never finished any man or woman. What a tweet. All-time level tweet stuff there. Yeah, let's just move on. So here's the clip of our GOAT, Alexander Volkanovski, my GOAT, saying he hates Belal Muhammad. He says, everyone loves to hate him, including myself. I tried to give him a benefit of the doubt, and then I just can't. Let's listen to this.
Belal's great. Like, everyone loves to hate him, including myself. You know
why
what I
is
mean?
he so hated?
I don't know. Like, I've tried. I feel bad because I felt like he's been hard done by.
Yeah.
But then he does stuff, and then I've tried. I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I get along with everybody, and I just can't. And then we seem to clash. Belal's great.
Bro,
like, everyone wants to
do you know how much of a dickhead you have to be for Alexander Volkanovski not to like you? Like he just said, he gets along with everybody. Yes, Volk talks a little bit of trash, a little bit. He was out. I'll see you Saturday night. I'm gonna show you guys Saturday night, whatever the fuck, right? But Volkanovski, at the end of the day, he's respectful to every opponent. He's nice to everybody. He shakes the hand of everyone he beats. He's the nicest guy in the UFC. And for him to have beef with Belal Muhammad is no longer overhated. He's underhated. People should hate Belal Muhammad more. We should really just let's root against Belal Muhammad anytime he fights. Whoever he fights next, I will be betting $1 million on them to KO him. And not even just because of this, right? Not because he's hated, but because his mindset towards the JDM fight is awful. So that's all I got for you guys today. Belal Muhammad, moron. Arman Tsarukyan, moron. I don't know what else to say. These guys, like, what is wrong with some of these fighters where they just, I just don't understand. I know it's a bit of trash talk. I know it's a bit of this, it's a bit of that. But is CT really catching up on this modern era of fighters that quick to where they're just saying the most dumbest things? I don't know. See you guys next time. Like and sub. Become a member in the description. Peace.